Eminem, you got to call my line for coverage in the streets before you drop something like this. Eminem is dropping a movie called Stans, okay? It's going to be in theaters August 7th. And y'all remember when I ranked the top 5 most vicious stands? Well, I changed that list. This is my new list. But before we get through this, right? Just want to show this real quick. You know what I'm saying? Stans is going to be exploring the psychology behind the multi-layered relationships between an artist and the fans, okay? Some of Eminem's most devoted followers are featured in the documentary. You know, Eminem released the song Stan in 2000. Some of y'all don't know that. And in 2017, the word Stan was added to the Oxford English Dictionary. If you don't know what a Stan is, a super fan. I mean, a mega fan, all right? Now, I don't remember how I had this last year, but this is my updated list. After a year of, believe it or not on purpose, clashing with every single fan base just because I got opinions, okay? This is the new list. I use the proper names. I'm not trying to insult nobody, and I definitely don't want to go to war with all 5 Stan families, okay? Number 5 now is the Vamps, okay? Cardi, I'm going to talk about the fans, a.k.a. the Stans, and I'm going to talk about their leader, okay? See, the Vamps, to me now, I don't really think y'all are really that harmful. Y'all, you know, what they really more concerned about is whether their God or their GOAT, Cardi's going to give them new music. The worst thing they're going to do is call you old, tell you the music is not for you, and call you unk. You know, they're more interested in putting their money together like a susu to get hackers to release music from Cardi's computer, which in my opinion, you're really hurting Cardi more than you're hurting anybody else. Number 4 is the Aubrey Angels. Now, I believe they were lower last year on my list, but post-battle, they've gotten a lot more, you know, rigid in their maneuvers, okay? They're most concerned right now with how Drake is being treated in the media or in rap circles. So the worst thing they're going to really say is you're not being fair. That's the worst thing they're really going to say to you. You know, or they might, because of the legal stuff, they might, you know what I'm saying, run around and try to bully XXL, you know, take down an article, stuff like that. But you guys don't know, XXL put the tweet down. The article is still up. Come on, y'all got to get wise into that. So that's that. Number 3 is the Kim folks. And I think they were higher on my list before, or they were right at number 3. I don't know. The list is a year old. This is the new one. Updated rankings, updated leaderboard. And the Kim folks, during the battle, believe it or not, they were more vicious. Post-battle, I guess, getting the W, Kendrick running around, you know, doing his victory lap. They got a little calmer, but their biggest way to really chomp at you is to pull your culture card, say you're not part of the culture. Some of the worst of them get xenophobic, but they don't know Kendrick. He's worldwide. He goes to Caribbean, Africa. He gets in touch in Ghana. He's traced his roots. So that's that. I do want to say, as far as the leaders, Cardi really, he stays mysterious. His fans can't talk to him. Drake, he communicates through like likes and little comments. That's how he wills his fan bases. Kendrick also disappears, but he communicates in the music. And that's another angle the Kim folks will try to use to attack you. They'll tell you you don't understand the lyrics. But that's that. They're at number 3. They're like at the very middle. Number 2 is the OG stans of Eminem. Now, the interesting thing about the OG stans is Eminem hates stans. Like, he loves the idea of fans, but I could tell, I'm speaking for him now, watching from when he dropped the music video to Stan all the way to now, I think Eminem goes a lot against what his fans think. And in fact, you know, he'll have like MAGA fans and he'll be like, I hate MAGA. Like he's trying his best to get this stuff away from him, but I guess it doesn't work. Now, M stands, the OG stands, as I call them, they like to, the reason why they're dangerous is they like to wield racism, okay? And sometimes they don't even have to be white. It's the weirdest thing ever. So what they do is the white fans, they'll insult you by being racist, but then if you got a critique of M, they'll say, oh, you're being racist by not wanting to admit a white rapper is the best rapper ever. I went to war with them last year too, and I don't think they understand Eminem is in my top 10. The conversation, the nuance, and what we're trying to have dialogue about Eminem being a great, but the proximity to whiteness, not even proximity, he is white, makes it easier for the commercial side of America to lean more into him. Yes, white people are the ones that consume rap, but they don't understand things like, okay, there are other white people who would never touch rap that listen to rock station that would listen to, Eminem's music, like Clean Out My Closet, because it's getting played on their rock stations. They don't get it, right? So that's number 2. Number 1, The Barbs. It might be a little too soon for this, but I think they were number one on my list before or number two. Y'all attack me for not making them number one. I won't make that mistake again. The Barbs. Now let me tell you what the thing is. The worst of them will dox you. And that's very close to like K-pop stuff. And I think that's the biggest problem here. But the doxing, and the reason why it's a problem even more is they'll dox your family. Because you see, a ninja like me, you dox me, I try to present as nice as possible on the World Wide Webs. I actually think people that got an edge to them from my generation try their best to present as really nice on the World Wide Webs. But when I think about the Barbs and their doxing, I say to myself, I don't know about you, but I walked through metal detectors to come into school, in high school. Not proud of that. I don't think that's a great thing. Okay? But that just shows you the environment that I grew up around. So not quite sure what you think you going around, you know what I'm saying, hailing for Nicki Minaj would do. And it's more dangerous than a street dude who wants your lunch money. But I understand everyone in life is capable of something. But the not so dangerous Barbs, the worst they'll also do is attack you for attacking their queen. That's the basis of their whole thing. They don't really, and now some of the things they might have a legitimate claim about is that Nicki's been under attack for years and decades, and that's kind of like their whole thing. So they got I like to split the Barbs into two. There's the deranged doxing Barbs and the vicious Barbs that low-key just move like beehive. Now, their leader, maybe a little too soon. The way she weaponizes her groups compared to like maybe Kendrick, Drake, or Cardi, she will actually say the words. She will actually put your face on the World Wide Webs for the stands to see. So there's that. But what I want to say about the stands is sometimes y'all may trigger guys, you know what I'm saying? You may trigger hip hop commentators. But I think this is one of those relationships where you're kind of necessary because super fans, right? But I wish the good ones, now I sound like I'm dog whistling, the good ones of y'all would allow this. You love your artists, I get it. And then there's the people that commentate or other artists that got opinions or whatever, and we gonna say things. Sometimes I'm gonna say good shit about Nicki, sometimes I'm gonna say great shit about Drake, sometimes I'm gonna say great shit about Kendrick, sometimes I'm gonna say bad things about, you get the point, right? So yeah, can't wait for this movie. If you see this or one of your 37 interns see this, can y'all call me or something? Can y'all send me to the red carpet? Because you already finished the movie without me. I would like to be on the floor, in the streets, covering this matter.